Have you heard of the 180-degree rule in filmmaking? Yes, I have. It's basically a continuity technique.
Yes, I've heard of the 180 rule in filmmaking. Is when you have, let's say in a two-shot, you place a camera on one side and that forms a line that connects the two subjects, and you're not supposed to cross the line.
It's just for continuity, so the audience knows spatially what's happening.
Is it a rule that you follow when you make films? Yeah, in general. When we were starting out, we sometimes had a bit of trouble.
Yes, it is a rule that I will definitely follow when I'm making a film.
Makes it a lot easier for the audience.
It's important to establish where the eye lines are and how the characters are connecting. If you don't follow the rule, it will be quite disorienting. As I said, when you break the rule or you cross the line, what happens is if you have, let's say in a conversation over a coffee, two people are sitting on either side of the table, one of them is looking left to right and the other is supposed to look right to left. If you cross the line, both of them will seem to be looking left to right, and as a result it doesn't look like they're looking at each other or the conversation is happening between the two of them. So that's why it's very important it's a rule that is quite important to be followed.
What are your thoughts when people break this rule or follow the rule? So if they follow it, obviously it's going to be a much better scene. They're going to follow the storyline more, whereas if they break it, it's probably going to be confusing to the viewer.
The line could be crossed only when we can actually see it on screen. So if you can imagine that the camera is on a track or a dolly, and first we're doing an over shoulder from the right hand side of the subject, and what we can do is we could track around and then suddenly be on the left hand side of the subject, and we have crossed the line there, but the audience is aware that the eye line, the position of the two subjects have changed, and as a result the line has been crossed.
If it's obvious that it's a mistake, then yeah, that's a bad thing. But sometimes people break it for a reason, and that's good. That's a creative decision. That's fine, as long as they know they're doing it.
I think it should be followed most of the time, unless you know what you're doing.
Do you feel by following this rule it helps the film become more credible? Yes, because it's more realistic.
Really, I don't think it has much to do with the film's credibility. We're dealing with creating emotions when we're making a scene, so we don't want our audience to be disengaged in any way.
Yeah, in a way, it makes it more seamless. It makes it easier for the audience to forget that they're watching a film.
Yeah, like I said, it makes the audience feel like they're not watching a film.
Does this rule hinder creativity? No, I don't think so. Especially since it's not a hard rule. Like, you can break it as long as you understand what you're doing.
Yes, because you're creating that imagination of being within the film and understanding the storyline.
I don't think it hinders on creativity at all, to be honest. It's a simple technique that needs to be followed when you're writing, or you're modeling your subject. You're supposed to have the shadow closer to lens. It's just a given technique.
No, because you don't have to follow this rule. It's not a thing you absolutely must do.